Yesterday on Judge Mathis.
My mother's aunt told me, she said, you knew you was adopted. And I was like, no, I never knew.
I was adopted, and my mother always told me that I had sisters and brothers out there. I always wondered.
Yeah, you didn't say, can they come over?
My daughter told me, let's do this ancestry test and see how it goes. You have another brother. I was like, what?
She called me. She was very adamant about her being my sister.
And the first thing he told me, his mother's name is Dolores. So I was like, okay. And
I believed her, and I still believe her.
And you're my favorite judge. So I was like, well, let me call Judge Mathis' show and see what can happen for us.
All right.
And now, Judge Mathis reveals the results of yesterday's DNA test.
Real cases before a real judge.
How often have you all talked, Ms. Brown?
Just about almost every day.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful.
He's a very interesting person, and he makes me laugh.
Yes, we do.
All right, that's great. I wish I could talk to my brothers every day. But one of them make me mad, and the other one make me laugh. And I laugh when I'm laughing with him to keep from crying. Well, my brothers make me mad, and then they make me cry if I talk to them enough. So y'all got a good deal. I don't want to do that, but once a month. And the DNA report says that you all are siblings.
All right.
Oh my God.
Congratulations. All right.
I know it.
Keep talking every day.
I know.
But I got news for you. Y'all can talk every day if you want to right now. But in a minute, y'all ain't gonna want to talk to each other, but once a month. All right.
Thank you,
I'm
Judge.
getting ready to go down
Thank
to
you very
North
much.
Carolina, Judge.
Thanks a lot.
All right, bye-bye.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Thank
Yes,
you. I
I
can
do.
do it.
I love you, Viola. I
I
can't wait to
love
see
you,
you.
brother.
I'll see you soon, okay?
Okay. God bless.
God bless.
Thank
Love
you, everyone.
Plaintiff Prestoni Smith says he moved in with the defendant, his mother, when the pandemic hit. But soon after, she admitted that she hated him, and she ended up assaulting him. He's suing for the assault and hotel bills. Defendant Suzette Smith insists she does not hate Prestoni, but she admits they have issues that she desperately wants to resolve. Suzette is countersuing for emotional distress and damaged property.
Start with you, sir.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Good.
All right. I always loved my mama. Always did. I always took care of her financially anytime she needed anything, even though I was not in her house. And I haven't lived with her in over 20 years. I always was there for her. So when the pandemic hit, I was renting with someone else. And I had hardship at the time too. I was, hardship. So I called her, asked her, would it be a good idea for me to move in with her? I can help her. She's disabled, and it can be a win-win situation since we ain't been in the household for like 20 years, and she agreed, and the first couple of days I was there, she was a kind of like nonchalant type of attitude. I looked over it, figured like, hey, it's just a few days, but it became clear to me that she really did not like me, and she really basically hated me, and she actually admitted it, and I actually got audio to prove that she actually admitted that.
Okay, let me ask you, before moving in, how often would you see her?
Well, before I moved in, probably at least once a week, maybe at the least, because she would always have these little parties or whatever, and I would come over sometimes. I never just went without seeing her. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And so that was forever, I guess, 20 years after you had moved. All right, you see her every week. And did you ever get any idea then that she hated you when you were seeing her every week? How long did it take you to figure out that she hated you? How many times?
Well, I guess it was the straw that broke the camel's back is when the night of the assault.
That's when you first found out? That's when you first found out?
That's when she kind of admitted that she hated me. I already knew she didn't like me.
That's what I'm saying. When did you already know? I mean, when did you discover that she didn't like you?
Sir, you talking about pamper days. She always never really did like me. And I always knew it.
So why did you move in with her?
It was a hardship.
That's the only place you had to go? You have no friends, no other relatives? Nobody else would take you in?
So this is the thing, right? People's moms was passing away. I never knew why my mother had this nonchalant attitude towards me.
You just told me hold on, sir. Nonchalant is way behind she don't like me. So I'm confused.
To be honest, I am too. She always never really did like me. And I always knew it.
So why did you move in with her?
It was a hardship.
That's the only place you had to go? You have no friends, no other relatives? Nobody else would take you in?
I never knew why my mother had this nonchalant attitude towards me.
Nonchalant is way behind she don't like me. So I'm confused.
To be honest, I am too.
Defendant Suzette Smith is being sued by her son, who claims while living together, Suzette assaulted him.
I'm confused about when you discovered that she disliked you.
Okay, can I back up and try this again?
Sure.
Okay. I always felt that she did not like me, but I didn't know why. Okay. So now when the pandemic hit, all of that is off the table. We gotta fix this.
Oh no, it's not.
My mom.
Not if she don't like you. How you gonna take it off the table? If somebody don't like you, you can't tell them to like you.
I mean,
go ahead. I'll listen. It was off the table for you because you needed a place to stay. But I'll listen. Go ahead.
Not necessarily because.
Oh, you didn't need a place to stay?
I mean, I could have did something else, but I preferred to help her.
So we'll knock this hotel bill off you're asking for because you said you could have did something else. What else? Go ahead.
No, that's not what I meant.
You did say you could do something else. That's exactly what you said. You said I didn't have to stay there. I could have went and done something else. You didn't just tell me that?
You're right, Your Honor, but again, I was trying to explain myself, and it's kind of, you got me on the spot, but if you can kind of
help me out a little bit. That's what happens in court. You get on the spot. You get cross-examined in court. That's exactly how it goes. That's exactly how we get the truth out. That's how lawyers and judges get the truth. They cross-examine. Right. You got to talk to the judge like he got some sense. Whatever your mother did, she probably did everything you're probably accusing her of. But the first principle is, why do you move in with a mother who has shown you all your life that she doesn't like you? That's the wrong place to move. And whatever assaulting and whatever happened there is because you moved someplace where the person didn't like you. And so that's why I'm trying to understand why you would do that. That's why I said there was no place else for you to go. There was no other relative. There was no other friend. Do you have a car?
No.
Okay. Go ahead, ma'am. Let me hear from you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you. And I'm really glad that you're taking our case, because in the end, Chris Tony and I need to seek professional counseling. Yeah. And I would love it if you would look into that for us.
Yeah, because I certainly will.
You hear him say in the beginning, I love my mother. Okay, you don't give love to people who you think don't love you back. He know I love him. You know that. I don't know why you get on here and say that you think that I hate you. Why would I hate you? There's no reason for me to hate you. You in my life for a reason. God gave you to me. And I care for you dearly. The other day was Mother's Day and I heard nothing from you. That hurt it. Yesterday was my birthday. I heard nothing from you and that hurt it. So you have to hurt me for no good reason. That's why we need counseling. Yes, he asked me to come and stay with me, and I was overjoyed to do that because where he was at, he was having a hard time. And me and him talked for hours. I'm talking 3 hours at a time with him telling me what was going on and everything. So when he was willing to come, I said yes. He get there. This man cooked 5-course breakfast, 5-course meal breakfast every morning. Clean my house every day. I'm talking washing walls, mopping, doing everything, taking out the trash, getting the mail, total essence. Even gave me money. Every month he gave me money. He didn't come there to be a hindrance to me. He came there to be a help to me. And that's exactly what he was, Your Honor. And he and I shared a lot of jokes and a lot of conversations. That you don't do that with people that hate you. He's angry with me, and we need help for that.
Angry about what?
He's angry because he thinks that there's some things that I kept from him from when he was a child.
Okay, now we're getting to something. When did he find that out?
He would call me and he would say different things about Mama, if the things need to come out. So when he would come over, he and I would sit down for 3 or 4 hours and he would talk to me in codes. It's like, well, okay, he would say, well, so-and-so said this. Okay, well, why did he say that? Nah, you know, Ma, you already know, Ma. So I never got the gist of it.
Okay.
But I do know that he talks about his past. He had a time where he was shot with 4 bullets in him. He had 4 bullets in his body. It was not meant for him. I don't know who it was meant for, but it was not meant for him. He wasn't even living in that area where he got shot. He suffered a lot of loss, Your Honor. He lost his dog. He lost his job. He lost his apartment. There's a lot of loss. And then his godparents, they died.
It all occurred in a short time frame?
All within a short frame of time. So when COVID hit, he didn't want to be in the house by himself. And I understood that. So when he said, Mom, I'm going to come over there and kick with you, I said, come on.
You said, I didn't have to stay there. I could have went and done something else. You didn't just tell me that?
You're right, Your Honor, but you got me on the spot. But if you can kind of
That's
help
what
me out
happens
a
in
little
court.
bit.
You get on the spot. You get cross-examined in court. That's exactly how it goes. That's exactly how we get the truth out. That's how lawyers and judges get the truth. They cross-examine.
Right.
You gotta talk to the judge like he got some sense.
Defendant Suzette Smith is being sued by her son, who claims while living together, Suzette assaulted him.
This is so confusing because he said you don't like him. He said you've never liked him. You said you don't, that's not true. You said he did all these great things there. So it's so confusing because if a person doesn't like me, has never liked me all their lives, I certainly wouldn't be serving them like that. Let him tell you, because you've poured your heart out and you said you wanted to reconcile. So he needs to tell us, and you more specifically, what you've done to make him believe you've disliked him all of his life. Sir, what has she done to make you believe that?
Well, I can just say one at the top of my head is I never had a birthday party or a birthday cake. Never.
No birthday cake. What else?
Okay, so I never ever got like all those good things that she just said about me. I never heard that before. Thank you, by the way. I never heard that. I would do some things for her, and she would have her eyebrows raised up, and she shut her door. Or she say we used to talk. Your Honor, we used to talk right before I moved in, but when I moved in, it became to see that my mother was a totally different person.
You got to give me more than a birthday cake to be able to say and to convince me or any viewers or anybody else, because that's a very inflammatory thing to say about a mother. She never liked her son. And by the way, I ain't get no birthday cakes either, and it wasn't because my mother disliked me. It was because of poverty. But go ahead, sir.
Should never have put me out at the age of 14. I should have stayed.
What were you doing?
Why?
What were you doing?
And so I was a good kid.
Okay, you never got in any trouble.
Nah, yes, I did. Yes, I did, Your Honor.
What trouble did you get into at 14?
I got shot at the age of 14. I would say that's the most trouble I got in.
No, you're a victim. That's not trouble. That's being a victim of a crime. That's not trouble. See, and that's why I see what's going on. You seem to be confused about a lot of things. Unless you have some more to tell me about that shooting. Did you start the shooting first?
No.
Okay, so you were a victim of a crime. You think you did something wrong when you got shot?
I was supposed to be in the house, Your Honor, at the age of 14 when I got shot. I was outside. I ain't supposed to be in the house.
Okay, so being outside is what you did wrong.
I would say at that time.
Okay, well then let me hear what she said to you to put you out, to cause you to have to leave at 14. Tell me how that went down. My mother would lock me out for days at a time. And also she stopped cooking, stopped buying me clothes, all of that at 14 because I was a hardcore thug. And she would call the police on me. And that's because I was a troubled kid. I deserved it. I deserved everything she did to me. I don't hear any of that in you. So I am now. I want you to tell me, what is it that, how did that go down? How did she say, get out of my house? You the one got shot and you shouldn't have been on the porch. Now get out. Is that how it went? Talk to me.
At the age of 14, she told me, she said, you can go out west with that. Take that out west.
With what?
She didn't want, I guess because I had a lady friend who lived next door. We were sitting on the couch looking at TV. And she said that I could not have.
Sir, that's enough. That's enough. I'll let you address it. He said you put him out at age 14. Was it over a girl? Was it over him getting shot? Did you do it? Tell me.
He had me thinking that he was going to get this 13-year-old girl. They both was 13. He had me thinking they was going to make a baby. So I went and stayed with my mother at the time. I took all of us and we went and stayed with my mother. That was me trying to keep him from this little girl. Because I caught her coming out of his room naked. So I thought they about to make a baby. Yeah. I talked to her mother about it.
Both were 14.
And I talked to her mother about it, and she was like, that's on her.
So how long did you keep him away, however?
Just the month of July, the hottest July in the century in Chicago. That's when he got shot. So I don't know what is. I put him out. What I put you out? When? That's crazy. I ain't never put you out.
Okay. Now, what happened with the issue that you're suing her about?
I came in the house one morning, early March, and she was vivid. She had an attitude asking me about something. I'll take something from her. So I'm like, I haven't even been here last night. I just walked in the door. Instead of her saying hi, she vivid. So I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm gonna go get my items that's in her closet. I gotta into her bedroom to get to her closet to get my items. And so when she seen me walking towards her bedroom, she closed the door, like leaving half my left side of me is inside of the door, and my right side is still on the outside of the door.
And she's in there already?
Yes, sir.
So you trying to go in there on her?
So I tried to go in. I ain't actually get in. So when she was telling me, no, I can't get in and get my items. And she decided to push her power wheelchair up against the door to really prevent me from coming in. And when she was doing that, she also had her reacher stick and she was hitting me while she had the chair up against the door. I never had a birthday party or a birthday cake. Never.
You got to give me more than a birthday cake to say and to convince me or any viewers or anybody else, because that's a very inflammatory thing to say about a mother. She never liked her son. And by the way, I ain't get no birthday cakes either, and it wasn't because my mother disliked me, it was because of poverty.
Defendant Suzette Smith is being sued by her son, who claims while living together, Suzette assaulted him.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
What was going on at that time? He changed from being this sweet, loving, keeping the house clean. And then all of a sudden he gradually turned into this person who's going to reference himself to the complaint department. everything was a complaint. He want to wash dishes with a sponge. I want to use a towel. He want to use the big mop that I can't even lift. I want to use a smaller mop. So it was complaint. Now it's attitude. I can't ask him no question anymore. So now the day of the incident, I text messaged him, on page 7. You can see the dialogue. Where's the Kleenex? And did you see my rent check? His response is, you do not have to ask me about Kleenex, and definitely not a check. What I wouldn't have it hiding somewhere, mother, and I never been a thief. So when he did come, it was like, I'm like 5-10 minutes later, like he rushed to get to me. I knew he wanted to start an argument. I saw it in his face. And he put his left arm through that door. Your Honor, he had his phone in his hand. He had me so shaken up. I was so scared. He never did this like this to me before. And he was recording me talking to somebody. You see this? This is my mother. This is Suzette. This is Suzette. This is what she do to me. So he's recording me. And I said, stop, press on. You leave me alone. We can talk another time. I'm not ready to argue with you. He refused to move, and he kept talking for hours. He kept talking into the phone. So I took my reacher that grabbed thing for me. And I gave him a couple of pats, about four of them, hoping he'd drop the phone and leave me alone. When he finally left, he's destroyed my door, the bedroom door, holes all up in the bottom of the bedroom door.
Is this what you're referring to?
Yes.
So let's get to the lawsuit. Tell me why you're suing her for assault. Describe what she did to you.
Okay, so mentally, if you can look at page 19 and 20, I got an audio description where she admitted that she didn't like me and she hated me. That's mentally, that still got me right now to this day. That still hurts me right now. Not only that, when I was trying to come in her, she knew that I was finna get my,
Can we
like
get
she just
to
told you.
the incident that you're suing her about?
It was for mental and
all right, you can't get, I'm not
assault.
giving you any money for your mother telling you she don't like you in the midst of an argument, period. You're not getting any money for that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What else has your mama did to you?
Okay, so she could have let the chair up off the door to let me up out the door. Instead, she decided to leave me pent while she continued on hit me. Now, she said she hit me 3 or 4 times, but I got a recording for 40 minutes that I was pent, 40 to 45 minutes. And she hit me as many times as she wanted to. And it hurted all the way up to 6 days after that event, that night. So when I went to the hospital, they seen me, they took x-rays, and they gave me painkillers.
Okay. What's your counterclaim for? I got your point. The emotional distress and damaged property. What's your counterclaim?
Well, Your Honor, he put a camera that only he controls up in my living room. And when I saw the camera, I asked him to take the camera down because we're a family here. And yes, on Saturday, I have 6 sisters. And they come to me, we sit and we play cards. And then when they see the camera, they uncomfortable with it. So I asked him to take it down. He refused to take the camera down.
They can't even cheat. Maybe he was trying to keep them. He was trying to help you. He was trying to help you, ma'am. You misunderstood that. He was trying to keep your friends and sisters from cheating. He wanted to get it on camera. He wanted to have it on camera if they cheated on you. You misunderstood that.
Defendant Suzette Smith is being sued by her son, who claims while living together, Suzette assaulted him.
Let's get to your property. Are you talking about the door that you say he kicked in?
Yes, the door he kicked in the camera. My grandson took the camera down, but the thing that the camera was mounted on is still there.
Okay, sir, did she ever ask you to take the camera down?
She never asked me to take the camera down because the camera was up there for all of us.
How about the door?
How I'm gonna damage your door that she pushing the power wheelchair up against and have me pent against from coming in?
So you deny that as well? You deny that as well?
I did not break the door. Of course I deny that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't believe you. Everything she did to you was in self-defense. You tried to chase your mother down into a room while she was trying to get away from you, and you kicked in the door in an attempt to do so. You should be ashamed of yourself. Your judgment is granted. Yours is dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. First of all, I love you. I got something for you. I want you to come get it. I need you back in my life, okay? Enough is enough. You're not coming to see me on Mother's Day and on my birthday, yesterday being my birthday. He gonna turn off the camera.
Plaintiff Amanda Vasari dated the defendant, and he stayed with her even after she cheated and got pregnant by another man. However, over time, he stopped paying attention to her to focus on his rap career, and she's suing him today for breach of contract. Defendant Miguel Garcia Santiago says he tried to do the right thing by raising Amanda's child with another man. But then, when he wanted to bring another woman into their relationship, she took issue with it. He's countersuing for defamation.
Start with you.
Well, we met around 2011. I was actually at a party. I was dating a boy who happened to had a brother that was his friend, and the baby mother was dating him, and we ended up getting together. So things were very good for a long time. He had a pending charge going to jail. So when he was in jail, I was unfaithful because it was very hard when he was incarcerated.
How long was he there?
He was there about 9 months that time.
She couldn't sit for 9 months.
Yeah, you couldn't hold out for 9 months? How old were you?
I was 19, sir.
Wow. Pardon?
19, sir. So when I told him when he was still incarcerated, and I said that the child might not be his. He said that whenever.
You missed that part about being pregnant. So you got pregnant.
Yes.
And it was
told
9 months and then 9 months in prison.
Pardon me?
It was 9 months and then 9 months in prison. I was out for 24 hours to come home and see her, but one of the jurisdictions was I couldn't see her as a part of the plan, the little letting you out thing. Mm-hmm. And I violated that because I wanted to see her. And they put me right back in jail, and I said, hey, judge, just do whatever you got to do, and then they put me in.
So you told him, however, may not be his child.
Yeah, I said
How did he
I wasn't
respond?
Sure. He said that he would be there regardless of. At first, he was very pacey, back and forth, slow thinking, but then it was, I love you, I love the kid, I want to be there whether it's mine or not. I'm gonna take care of him, her, it, whatever it is. He got out of jail. He did do that. He did do those things. He raised my son.
Was the child his?
No, it was not. About a year later, we had a kid of our own, and then we got really good in there for a while, and we went through another rough patch.
They both mine.
What year?
About 2016, she was born. He was born in 2015. She was born in 2016. After that, we moved, and he started getting into music more than he was before. He has this whole Check the Star persona. Check the Star, it's his rapper name. He has a persona. He goes and does music videos, studios, all that kind of stuff. And I felt like I was not being treated like a woman should be treated.
How so? What was he missing?
Like attention. So I went seeking it again somewhere else.
You mean time?
Any type of time, attention, the phone call, look, anything.
What's the difference between time and attention? That's, I guess.
I would wake up.
I guess time means you might be in the same house, but you don't say anything. I don't know what the difference is. Time and attention.
At first, he was there, and then it got more to where he was stopping being there so much because he was being Check the Star.
Okay, so that's time.
Yes, and
it's my job.
Also, yes, it's his job.
Defendant Miguel Garcia Santiago dated the plaintiff, and he claims after she cheated and got pregnant by another man, he stayed with her and raised the child as his own.
You didn't support what he was doing?
I did support what he was doing.
You didn't know what they do in their career?
I do.
That's not supportive if you start messing around with another man because he was working too much. That's not supportive at all. I
was trying to be supportive as I could, Your Honor.
Yeah, but you went with another man because he was working too much. No. Let me finish. I know you don't want to hear it. I know it's not pleasant to hear. But yeah, he was working on his career, as you said, and he didn't have enough time for you because he was working in their music career. And the studios, they're there until 3 in the morning. They don't start taping. I know a lot about this business. They don't start until about 9 or 10 p.m. And they finish, they sit up there, they cut these tracks, they talk stuff, they smoke weed, they drink, trying to get their heads together to get into their thing. And they stay there sometimes till 5 or 6 in the morning.
And it's just guys.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pardon?
And it's just us guys hanging out. She never understood that. She thought I was over here hanging out with
in the studio.
Yes.
But she didn't say she was jealous. She said you weren't around enough. So those are two different things, yes.
I was also jealous and insecure. If you turn to these pages, I don't know if you have copies.
About what?
Whenever he would go out to do music videos, tours, stuff like that. If you turn to page 2, 3,
tell me first.
4,
okay, let me hear from you, sir. Let me get some background from you.
Well, she's right. We did start dating in 2011. Everything was good. What can I say? I got out of prison. I tried to do the right thing, and I started just rapping. I did my mistakes, did what I had to do, and yeah, I did. I in January, before January, I was in a polygamous relationship with her. She felt like...
You all were married?
No.
How were you in a polygamous relationship
at first
if you weren't
together.
married?
Yeah, at first we were together. Like she said, everything she said was true. Up until...
let's say where we were. You've jumped to something else. I just need to be clear on everything. That's all. So can I ask for some clarity?
She was with me forever, supported me, and then when she cheated on me, Your Honor.
Okay, so you don't want to clarify what you mean by polygamous relationship.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can go into that if you want to straight.
Yeah, because you're confusing me.
Okay.
You've never been married.
You're right.
So how could you, polygamy is several wives.
I allowed another woman to be in our relationship.
Okay, you just cheating, all right.
Oh,
so you were cheating and then what?
Which is why I cheated.
Polygamous and all that. What else, sir?
All right.
Did she like that? Did she accept it?
She didn't have no problem at first, but I mean, through time you could tell there was a problem, I guess. She definitely made it noted. It was a jealousy thing over who was the priority, and I can't blame her, But I try to balance everything out between being Check the Star, my kids, being the baby daddy, try to bring in what I can, and she just didn't appreciate it. Like, she just stated she thinks I'm just out here partying, and she was about to try to show you pictures and all that stuff. I'm sure, yeah, I hang out with females. That doesn't mean that I'm out here trying to engage in sexual activities or do anything with them.
Okay, what are you suing him for? What's the $2,500?
The $2,500 basically is for, he's very good at keeping up with stuff usually, but between January and April, he was leaving to go do music videos, go on tour, stuff like that. He said he would pay me $2,500 a month for those months that he was gone, and pay me before he left, and he didn't.
How much had he usually been contributing?
That much, and that's his half.
$2,500 a month.
That's his
For
portion.
how many children?
That's his portion of the bills and our bill.
Got it.
Our
How
rent.
many children, sir?
2, sir.
All right, well, you must have been making some good money. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, ma'am. He agreed to pay. He was paying $2,500.
Yes.
And then from January to April, what happened?
He wasn't communicating with me anymore. He didn't do what he said he was going to do, which was unlike him to do.
So he just stopped?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He would be posting stuff about, he said he was on tour, but it looked like he was just partying, and it was just not what...
And he didn't have any money?
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
Defendant Miguel Garcia Santiago dated the plaintiff, and he claims after she cheated and got pregnant by another man, he stayed with her and raised the child as his own.
What do you say to this, sir? This sounds like the principal issue here is whether you had money or whether you were just out on the road partying. I guess that's what she's saying. Saw you partying with a bunch of women on social media and concluded that no, he's not just out there to advance his career and make money. He's chasing women and he's not giving any money as he had agreed to.
Your Honor, I was doing the most I could. I gave her the $2,500 and then it was just a problem every day. I'm getting harassed every single day. I can't work. I can't do anything if I may. I'm not trying to interrupt, but like I couldn't do anything.
I can't pay the bills without you to help me, like you said.
You're saying you couldn't take care of your kids? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't focus
All right, that
on...
means you couldn't take care of your kids.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Why didn't you go get a job? That means your rap wasn't working out no more.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you get a job to support you?
No, my rap career was working out. I was doing well.
Why couldn't you pay and take care of your kids? You just said you couldn't do nothing. I was very clear. I said, did that mean you couldn't take care of your kids? I couldn't do nothing. So I'm confused again.
Well, I said that wrong. I couldn't do anything I needed to do for my career. And we're talking
about your kids. I don't nobody care about your career.
And
I want these kids to be taken care of.
You're right.
Why didn't you pay what you agreed to for the children?
I have no excuse.
Pardon me?
I have no excuse.
Okay. And no money. And the problem we have here, ma'am, is did this order come through child support agency or?
No, it didn't.
That's the problem. You can't make a side deal. All deals or agreements regarding child support has to go through the court. Otherwise, they're a promise of a gift. They're gifts to the children, not debts. And let me hear from you regarding the defamation.
Well, she's posting all over social media that I'm a deadbeat dad. She's writing to all her friends. All her friends are calling me about it, about how I'm not there for my kids, about how I'm partying with this. Hey, can you find out what he's doing with this? Just a constant, he's not, I don't want to completely say my name every time, but so he's just out here. Can you find out?
Okay, the essence of it is she was posting that you weren't doing anything for the kids.
Yeah, and
that's what you just told me as well.
Completely calling me a deadbeat.
That's what you just told me as well.
Yes, sir.
And not taking care of your kids is the definition of deadbeat dad. So she didn't defame you. With regard to the $2,500, ma'am, women and men do that all the time. They fail to take it through the courts. And then when you get to the courts, it's up to the judge to determine whether that money was a gift or actual payment. Well, a judge wouldn't know until the judge had assessed the income of the person. So he may have been paying way more than necessary, $2,500 for 2 children. It should have went through the court, sir and ma'am, so that you can enforce it. I can't enforce a side deal. I can't cut a deal for those children. I can't allow you to cut a deal for those children that might cut them out. So you'll have to go to child support agency and file, and they'll determine how much you're entitled to. They'll take it back to the arrearage if you like. It's going to be up to you what you request, and then the judge will determine whether to order him to pay the arrearage.
I'm not asking for all that he owes me for the 3 months that he didn't pay me, but the $2,500.
Why does he owe you anything?
Because they're his kids.
Hold on, huh?
Because they're his kids.
Child support. Have a good day.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when I should have been.
It's okay. I believe that you'll try harder.